In this video we will see how to create a road type section from a drawing in plan. Initially we are going to assign the properties to some objects in the drawing. In our case, we have two polylines drawn on the curb layer that represent two vectors in our section, corresponding to the low and high points of the curb. To these polylines we are going to assign two different behaviors. The line of the curb foot, with the same height with respect to the polyline that precedes it, and the one corresponding to the height of the curb, which has a slope of 20 centimeters with respect to the bottom of the curb. To carry out this definition, we execute the command assign properties to platform vectors and select the two polylines that are in the curb layer, in red. Next, we go on to assign the properties as we have discussed before. For the low curb we do not apply any variation, and for the high curb we give a slope of 20 centimeters. Now we move on to create the sections automatically from the existing information in the drawing. To do this, we run the command convert platforms from drawing and create a new file. We also select the project axis graphically. We modify the value of the maximum distance with respect to the axis and press the layers button to select those that contain the polylines that we want to consider for the generation of the section. Next, press the Options button and modify the horizontal and vertical tolerance data. Then we are going to fix the type of vector for the polylines that are in the lane 1 layer. For this we enter assign vectors and assign to the lane 1 layer, the lane 1 vector. Finally, we validate the windows, select all the visible entities of the drawing, and the process of generating sections from the drawing will begin. The section file with the information of the platforms is automatically created. Next, we run the define sections command to check the result, where we can appreciate the definition of the curb. In the slope tabs, we assign slope number 1 for both cut and fill to the fin. Al station. Finally, we are going to assign road marks. To do this, we activate the road marks tab and add the road marks by default until the final station. Since it is a road with poor visibility, we change the type to solid line. We leave the rest of the data with its default values and the type section is defined. Finally, let's create the segment of the road. To do this, we execute the define segment command and successively import the files of its elements, located in the project folder. Finally, we are going to visualize the final state of our road. To do this, we run the road tour command. We select the segment that we have generated and the surface that we can find in the exercise folder. By pressing the OK button, we will visualize our project in 3D with the possibility of making an interactive tour.